limit definition of derivative. So immediately write down the limit as what goes to 0? As h goes to 0 of f of a plus h minus f of a all over h. So in this case, what is that? And a is 2 in this case. So what do you have here? The limit as h goes to 0 of f of, 2 plus h minus f of 2 all over h. What is f of 2?
But you just have to plug in 2 for a.
Yes.
Right?
And then keep going and then finish it. Yeah. Correct. So what's this going to be? It's the limit as h goes to 0 of what?
2 plus h cubed.
2 plus h cubed minus 2 cubed over h, like this, right? So what do you have to do at this point? What's the only thing what do you have to do?
Simplify.
Yes, but so give me a verb, another one. What do you have to do to the top? Expand, right? So you have to expand the cube, and this is just being careful with your algebra. So you have 2 plus h times 2 plus h times 2 plus h, like this. So let's do over here, what's 2 plus h times 2 plus h? That's 4 plus 2h plus 2h plus h squared. So that's h squared plus 4h plus 4. So instead of this right here, we can write out h squared plus 4h plus 4, like that, over what? H. Now you have to keep multiplying. You have to keep multiplying this out. So we have the limit as h goes to 0 of what? 2h squared plus h cubed plus 8h plus 4h squared plus 8 plus 4h. But then what's at the end here? What did we forget there? Minus what?
8.
There's minus 8. You need that minus 8. So this is where you just have to make sure this step right here, I'd imagine going from here to there, going from here to here was where the most common place people could make a mistake is. Do a lot of things cancel, hopefully? Yeah, well the 8s cancel. That's nice. And then is there a lot of combining? So you have the limit as h goes to 0. What's the height? We have h cubed. Are there any other h cubes? So we have h cubed plus, and then we have 2h squared, 6h squared, like that. Plus what? Plus 12h over h. What can we factor out of the top? H goes to 0, so we have h times h squared plus 6h plus 12 all over what? Can't anything cancel now? Yeah, the magical thing cancels. That right there goes away, leaving you with just excitement, drum roll, limit as h goes to 0 of h squared plus 6h plus 12. Can we now plug in 0 for h? What does that equal? 12. Yes. Y bars, enter, and then let's say you wanted negative 0.001, like that. Hey, look, it evaluated it there. You can do second enter and then delete one of the zeros. I'm deleting one of the zeros. A little further away. So you can evaluate really quickly that way and fill in the table. You could use a table of values. The challenge with using a table of values is what's the gap here, what's the gap there? Is it the same? The gap changes, so your table needs to be pretty long in order to do all of these values, which you can do, but I like the method I just used. The new stuff, which is not truly new because we've seen a little bit of it before. What do you need to write the equation of a line? What do you need? Slope and what? We need a point and what? Slope. In this case, and in general, but in this case in particular, which one's easier to find, the slope or the point? This question is asking, find the equation of the line tangent to. The point is pretty easy. Do we already have half of that point? What is that half we have already? So how do you get the y value? So you plug in 2 into this function. What do you get? 4. So we have the point. So we're halfway there. What's the equation I want you to use? Which equation of a line? What? Point slope. What is point slope form, Connor? Yep. Times that. Yes, exactly. And do I want you to simplify into slope intercept? Not unless I tell you to. Please keep it there. Not unless I tell you to. Please keep it there. So let's just stop what do we have right now. Y minus 4 is equal to m times x minus 2. What do we need to find now? Nope, we don't need. We could find another point, but that's not what we're going to do. We're doing the tangent line, so we need the slope there. We have the point there. We need the slope there. We have the point there, so we need the slope there. How do we do that? We use what? We just did it. So what do we use? No, that's the form. How do we find the slope? How do we find the slope of the tangent line there? No, we don't have an A is 2. Find me the slope all by yourself. Find me the slope. F prime of 1. We got a 1 right here. Goes like this. This one's, it looks like, is it positive or negative? Like negative pretty steep, maybe around -2. So which one's it going to be? Which one's bigger? -2 is not bigger than 0.
Wait, that's positive.
Oh, I went to the wrong side, didn't I? It's -1. Oh, it's still negative. It's still negative, right? It's still negative, so which one's bigger? Is 0 greater than -2, or is -2 greater than 0? So which one's bigger? 0. 0 is bigger than -2. Yes, Nick, you may. F prime of 4 or F prime of 5? You have to kind of make a little guess here, but F prime of 4 or F prime of 5? Which one do you think is steeper, the tangent line here? F prime of 5. It looks like, because what does it look like this is doing right here? What does it look like it's doing from here onwards? It looks like it's getting steeper. So as you go farther to the right, it's getting steeper, so the derivative is going to get larger. Does that? But here's the cool thing. From here to here, what can you say about the function? It is, that's right. So from there to there, it's concave down. And then what happens at point C? Yes. This is concave up, exactly. So a changing concavity. Up and concave down. It's kind of cool. We're going to look at stuff like that all the time. There's right here. Right here. The derivative continues, so it's more work on the derivative, and then you can go back and look at any of the other homeworks that you want. What I would
That kind of mirrors it?
No, I understand, but we literally did that exact question in class.
We did?
We did one either identical or super
'Cause I
close.
looked at my class notes.
Apply by that because this is, what is that? That's 1, right? So now do the multiplication out on top. Do it out for me.